video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below.
Yeah, this a revolution in our time. Everybody's fighting, change coming, yes. That's why it's an acronym for riot. Everybody has a voice. Don't you dare stay silent. If you say nothing, you are an accessory to violence.
They've had their say. Seems like they've had that kind of say around here for too long. Look, I had to stand up for myself alone. I went in there to remind them that somewhere in this world there's still a little order left. To let them know in the only kind of terms that their kind understand is that they can't bribe or threaten their way out of what they did. To let them do this to me and get away with it, and you give them the eternal right to do the same damn thing to any one of you.
All right, y'all. So, this channel that I'm doing here is not just for civilians to give y'all understanding, and I know I've talked a lot about law enforcement. This is also a channel to give law enforcement a little bit of information here. Being former law enforcement myself, I can tell you that whatever you do, if you are in law enforcement, you represent the department you work for. And you should know this. They should have taught you this in the academy. I don't know what the hell they're not teaching y'all in the academy in Mississippi. I guess I'm going to have to raise a little bit more hell about it. The encounter that you're about to see with Lieutenant Stanton, I think is his name, the Waveland PD, would not have happened if Joffrion wasn't such a jackass. Here's a lieutenant. Probably never been near any experiences like this in his career. And I say that even though he's a lieutenant, because Waveland is such a small town. It's not New Orleans. It's not Gulfport. It's not Biloxi. It's close to all three of them. But Waveland is so damn small that they just don't have this stuff. And this would not happen. Nobody would even know. You know, more people now know we're Waveland, Mississippi. More people now know that Mississippi now has a beach than ever before. Personally, I don't like that. And I'm going to tell y'all why I don't like that. I don't want people knowing we got a beach down here. We live in the greatest place in the world. I don't want people coming down here fucking it up. Just my opinion. So no, stay out of Mississippi, please. Anyway, I digress. Let's watch this encounter, and I 100% blame Joffrion for this encounter.
If I record, huh?
No, good. So what is it going to help you with?
Actually, I just saw Officer Jabroni. Is that his name?
Joffrion.
Oh, so it's Joffrion, not Jabroni?
He's got stripes.
Yeah, I know the face, because the face is all over the internet right now.
Joffrion. Yeah.
Okay.
Joffrion.
Anyway, I just saw him help out a lady.
Stanton,
like
not Stone.
her car stalled. And I would like to commend him for his actions,
We would love it.
because I was like really, really surprised that he remembered his training. because I saw the deposition video and he absolutely could not recall anything. So the fact that he was able to recall that when he saw a stalled vehicle at a stoplight, and he remembered that he actually is supposed to protect and serve and to help people out instead of violating their First Amendment rights, I was amazed. And actually, I'm very appreciative of the Waveland Police Department. So apparently he got some training recently that he remembered.
Did you want to put that in writing?
I'd love to.
There you go.
Okay. Let's stop here for a minute. Kudos to Lieutenant Stanton. He gets the sarcasm. He wants to laugh, but at the same time, he wants to maintain his professional command presence. He knows what this is. He knows exactly what this is. And again, I blame Joffrian. This guy here, it's Lieutenant Stanton, was just going to work. Yeah, okay, so he's a lieutenant. He's a, what we would call a white shirt. Even though he's obviously not wearing a white shirt. But he's a supervisor. He's admin. He's just trying to do his job. But because Joffrian made an ass of himself in a deposition that became viral, he's got to deal with his shit. Nothing against the guy recording. I mean, I get it. But all this guy wants to do is work and go home to his family. He don't really care. He probably don't even like Joffrey. I don't know if he does or doesn't. Hell, for all I know, they may go watch the Saints game together. But judging by that smirk, I'm pretty sure he's like, yeah, okay, we get it. Joffrey's an asshat. We get that. But at the same time, I mean, this all falls back on Joffrey. It's his fault. He represented the Waveland Police Department. Now, I have dealt with the Waveland Police Department. I used to be a bail bondsman. I've dealt with Waveland Municipal Court. They are very, very nice people to deal with. People in Hancock County, or what I call Hancock Parish, because most people from there happen to seem like they all come from Louisiana. They're nice people. They're not like Joffrey. Joffrey is sitting there and has got the world looking bad on this department, looking bad on Mississippi, which I have a problem with, and looking bad on Mississippi law enforcement, which admittedly could use a hell of a lot of improvement, especially in the training department. This is the fault of one singular fucking guy. If the mayor, if the chief of police, if the rest of admin at the Waveland Police Department do not see that he is the root cause of all of their woes right now, we have a problem. I'm sure they're flooded with public information requests. I'm sure they're flooded with phone calls about this guy. I guarantee you the 911 dispatcher with Waveland PD, which I believe it's all covered by Hancock County in general. But if the police department, who's ever answering the phone over there, the city clerk, the mayor's office, all these people have not realized that I'm sure they've gotten thousands of phone calls by now, because that's just how people are. And then you're going to have people showing up down there. I mean, I'm going down there. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be going down there. It's 20 miles from my house. But if y'all haven't seen that this guy caused a major fucking problem. Why he still has his job is anybody's guess. I'm just gonna say that Joffrian must have some world-class knee pads. That's all I'm gonna say. Because that's the only way I could see him keeping his job. He must have some dirt on somebody, he knows somebody, or he's blowing somebody. Because if it was me, your ass would be gone. You're a problem, let's solve it. Cut the fucking problem out. Hand in your badge, hand in any department issued equipment, and have a nice day somewhere else. Or actually, I'm going to have a nice day right here because you're not going to be here with me. Don't know why it doesn't happen. I know they're not union. I know damn good and well Waveland PD ain't union. If somebody tells me they're union and they show me a union dues card, I will be highly fucking surprised. But let's watch the encounter here.
Can I mail it in?
You can. Here you go.
Well, I don't need your pen. This is it. Well, I don't want an officer complaint form.
No,
I want an
it's-
officer
it's the
compliment
same,
form.
Same thing. It's just what we call it. It's
Can I
good
scratch
complaint.
out the complaint and
Yeah.
put compliment?
Yeah, it's just our form that we call it. It's either a good complaint or a bad complaint.
Okay.
Right here, you can differentiate the nature of the complaint. See,
Uh-huh.
so you can put commendation or good compliment or whatever you want to label the complaint right here. But this is just our form that we use when people need to.
Okay. But I can scratch out the complaint because it's actually a compliment. Because
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
apparently y'all's training officers suddenly jumped into gear and they can remember the training now. So I was, like I said, I'm very pleasantly surprised.
Because this has.
That was a bit uncalled for.
Yeah.
I can mail that in.
There's no
Fantastic.
problem. So, yeah, you can mail that in, and we'd be happy to receive it. All right.
All right. And you're Lieutenant Stanton?
Yes, sir.
I'm not defending the department as a whole. I'm not. They decided to keep this man, Joffrian, in his job. I can't defend the department. I think that is a mistake. However, most of the cops I've dealt with Waveland are just like Lieutenant Stanton. And Waveland's not a big department. If somebody tells me that Waveland has 25 sworn, I'll be surprised. It's a really small town. I think the population of Waveland is what? I don't know, maybe 6,000 people? I'm going to look that up. I'm actually going to look that up right now. Let's see. Population, Waveland, Mississippi. As of 2023, it's 6,990. So I was pretty close when I said 6,000. It's a small fucking town. It's not a big department. I'm sure their officers don't get paid that much. If you tell me that they're making $15 an hour, I'll be surprised. Being honest. Being very honest. Which kind of makes me wonder why he quit Harrison County, because I know Harrison County is paying, I think they're paying their road deputies somewhere close to $50 a year now. And I know some of y'all that are watching this in other parts of the country just went, you consider that good money? Well, on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, surprisingly, yes. Sadly, yes. Why do you think I drive a truck? Why do you think I'm not in law enforcement in Mississippi anymore? My last job in law enforcement in Mississippi was with the Stone County Regional Correctional Facility, and I was making $14.75 an hour as a correctional officer. I think back then deputies made about $1 more an hour. Just being honest. So, this is a small ass department. Why are they keeping this guy? Because I'm telling y'all, most of them are just like this man here. They're down to earth. They're calm, cool, collective. They're not hot to fucking lock somebody's ass up. Honestly, Mississippi, the way we're going right now with the Department of Corrections and everything in Mississippi, they're trying not to lock people up. That's been going on since 2020 when we had all the fucking riots. Topic for another video. But why are they keeping this guy? I want to know.
Do you recall any of your training?
I do.
That's good to hear.
About
Thank you.
23 years ago, 23 years, yeah.
Y'all don't do training every year?
We do training every year. Every year.
Yeah, they got in service.
Every year. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, sir, do you mind if I shake your hand?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, we do.
I just want to say thank you.
I remember my academy 23 years ago, and I remember just about every portion of training I've been through. So.
Quick quiz.
So.
What are the 5 elements of the First Amendment?
The 5 elements of the First Amendment?
Yes.
Yeah, man, you're gonna put me on the spot. You're gonna put me on the spot. Freedom of petition, freedom of speech, and freedom of assembly. And I just went over it. Now the camera's on my face.
It's all right. People do get nervous. You got most of them, so I'll give you a push. People do get nervous when they're on their camera. I'm an actor, and even as an actor, sometimes I get nervous.
Yeah, I do. I'm not the best at camera, but I do.
One last one, if you don't mind.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
All right. Is there a law for panhandling in Waveland anymore?
No.
There is not.
Not to my
Okay,
knowledge.
that's good. That was the correct answer. Thank you.
And actually, vagrancy has been repealed 5 years ago, so more than that probably now.
As the whole world just learned from that recent deposition video that went viral.
You know, I'll tell you the truth. So when we, there's training that's done in departments yearly, but a lot of the things we do are self-paced too. So
yeah.
So one of the big things I do is I constantly read statutes, and I read annual updates because, quite honestly, there's so many statutes and so many laws that you can't remember them all. So you have to stay refreshed on them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, most definitely. You're not an attorney, and neither am I.
Right. So you have to constantly be trolling what we call the affidavit booklet, and statutes and policies and all that for this department.
And just to throw this out there, laws change in Mississippi. Most laws, if they're going to be a new law that's going to be passed by the legislature, it's going to take effect July 1st. So, this being July, what is today? The 26th? I don't know how many laws were passed in the state of Mississippi that took effect on July 1. I don't even know that. And I try to keep up on it myself. But we're 25 days into the passing of new laws in Mississippi. I'm sure most cops are unaware of what certain new laws, new bills, what they are. Policies, on the other hand, they usually put those out and they usually say, okay, y'all, we're going to change a policy. We're going to change a policy on facial hair. Now you're not allowed to wear beards. And if you came to work and you have a beard and you have to become compliant with the new facial hair policy, and I'm just using this as an example, by tomorrow. It's a new uniform requirement, or by 2 weeks from now, you have to get a haircut, you have to get a shave, and you have to be clean shaven with maybe a little mustache or whatever. You know, whatever the new policy is, they're going to hand that out at a roll call and say, you have a certain amount of time, or it's effective immediately, you know, depending on what it is and the severity of it and you know, et cetera, so forth and so on. Just throwing that out there to you. So policies, you're going to get those notices a lot quicker than you will laws.
because they change and they update. So same with laws. Laws are always repealed, amended. So what may be in a certain context at one point in time may not be in it a year later. It may be the same statute, but the wording may change.
Right.
So yes.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, one more question. I'm sorry to keep throwing stuff at you.
No, go
But
ahead.
you do seem to be very compliant and very nice, and you're actually, and I think you're doing very well in presenting a good image for the city of Waveland Police Department.
Yes, he is.
That,
Your officers on duty, do they not have access to a DA on call?
Well, the correct answer is yes, they do.
They do.
That actually surprised me.
Okay.
We do have a district attorney, and we can call him. We
Right.
also have a city prosecutor, and we can call him.
Yeah, I especially would think during the
And we
day.
have this board judge that we can call.
Yeah.
Too. So, yes, sir.
Okay. It was very nice meeting you, Lieutenant Stanton, and
So we really will appreciate
check
that.
out.
So,
This will be up on YouTube in about 3 hours. I'm going over to. I was actually on my way to City Hall.
shock and awe.
So-
Get put on the spot.
Look,
Hey.
I understand the whole viral video thing. It happened to me 10 years ago. I was international news.
So, all right.
Walmart ice is cake. Look it up.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah. I'll tell you, we definitely would appreciate any good compliment.
But at least with me, it was a more of a positive image rather than a negative, you know. But I did like what I saw today. That at least y'all are trying. Sergeant Jabroni is trying to recover from the bad image. Although, in all honesty, he should have been fired. He should have been put on the Brady list due to the way the deposition was handled. But that's just my opinion and the opinion of a million of others. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen here in Waveland.
Yeah, it
But,
doesn't. You know, a lot of that stuff, so obviously with my bars. So
I know. I know it's not your decision. You're the lieutenant, not the chief.
That's right. So, all right, sir.
All right, man.
Well, I appreciate
You have a
it.
good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, I got to take issue. One thing with that video. Waveland, the video is called Waveland Police Lieutenant Patrol Commander Unsure About First Amendment Rights. It's a long, after Sergeant Joffrey and lawsuit. Okay, let me lay this on the line real quick. That way, I could be fair. I think he did a very good job for being put on the spot with the First Amendment. He got 3 out of the 5. I wouldn't say he's unsure. The only things he missed was freedom of religion and freedom of the press. I would say he did very well. I would say that lieutenant, instead of having a negative name video, let's be a little positive. Because I think that was a good encounter. I think that was a good impromptu interview. And I think he showed the department in a much better light. Agree or disagree, the name of the channel is Chuck Netzhammer. Like I said, I don't know where the guy's from. I think the guy's from Louisiana just by the way he talks. He's kind of got that the parish accent going on. So we'll see. But I think Lieutenant Stanton did a damn good job, and I've got to commend him. Again, I cannot defend the department as a whole, but I'm also not going to say that every cop is like Joffrey, because my personal experience with that department has actually been the direct opposite. Joffrey is a piece of shit. He's a fucking asshole. And I would love nothing more than to see him stripped to his badge and put on to where he could never get another job in law enforcement again for the rest of his natural fucking life. I kind of think he needs to be in jail for perjury. But the rest of the department, I can't hold, at least below the chief, below admin that has something to do with his employment. I can't hold them. I can't hold the cops on the street responsible. I'm sure he's being watched, though. I hope. Y'all have a good day. Anthony Oksenholt, Access 228.